Hey there, Wiregrass. Tyler White here at Choccolocca Park in Oxford, Alabama, as the AHSAA State Softball Championships continue. In 5A, the Houston Academy Lady Raiders made the job hard for themselves, losing their first game yesterday, but they did the work required, winning 2 games to make it to today. But their job gets even tougher. They had to win 4 games in a row today to become state champions. And the Lady Raiders start things out right with a 15-1 throttling of Faith Academy in the first game of day 2. But if things go exactly according to plan for the Raiders, they have to make sure they don't run out of gas, because it's going to be a long day.
I think that's a bonus of being young. When you got a bunch of 7th and 8th graders out there, yeah, we got the gas for it.
And with a 5-4 win over the 5A #1 ranked Springfield Tigers, the Raiders will find themselves matched up with Moody, needing 2 wins over the Blue Devils to take home a blue map. But the Blue Devils jumping out in front early with 3 runs in the first inning, they extend their lead out to 4-1 before the Raiders start to strike back. But 2 runs in the 4th for the Raiders and 1 run in the 5th has this one all knotted up at 4.
We talk a lot about internal scoreboard, focusing on our internal scoreboard opposed to our external scoreboard. We're not worried about what the score says, but what we're doing. Win the pitch, win the at-bat, win the inning.
But maybe the exhaustion finally getting to the Raiders. 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th, and things are looking bleak.
That's a wonderful thing about sports, you know, the adversity of it all. And I always tell my girls, you know, it's the adversity and the things you're going to learn and face in athletics is going to help you in life.
And there was no answer from Houston Academy in the top of the 7th. They fall in the state championship to Moody 7-4.
I cannot say enough about my kids and how just tough they are, how hard they fight for one another. I absolutely love this group of girls, and I would go to battle with them to play anybody.
One thing about this Raiders team, though, is they are young. Only 1 senior in Jaden Roush, who's committed to play at Southern Miss.
Love that kid. She's been a great leader for us. She is a joy to be around. Super excited. She's going to be playing at the D1 level next year. She deserves it. She works as hard, if not harder than anybody I know. And she will be sadly missed, but she will be one of my kids for the rest of my life.
But the rest all underclassmen, so a talented group coming back to hopefully get right back here next year.
I think we learned a lot, and our young kids got to grow up a lot today. These girls, you know, it's not the end, it's just the beginning. You know, I think they've got a bright future, and I'm just really proud of them. All
right, even though the Lady Raiders fall short, still plenty of action to be had the rest of the week here in Oxford. Tomorrow, the Kinston Bulldogs getting their state tournament run underway in 1A, and Wicksburg getting the wins they needed today to only need 1 win tomorrow to be named 3A state champions. We'll have all that and more coming up tomorrow. For now, Tyler White from Choccolocca Park in Oxford, Alabama, WDHN Sports for the Wiregrass.